Hi everyone, and welcome back to the show. Alongside Jason Renzo, I'm Nick Carlson, and thanks for joining us. Jason?
Thanks, Nick. This episode is for the week of May 20th through May 24th.
Hey Jay. So this is the last show from all the seniors in Block C, with most producing countless shows and segments.
As we get started, just wanted to give a big shout out to all of our seniors that have taken 3 or 4 years of media production courses. Thank you. It's been fun.
Okay, up next, reminder, this week, freshmen and sophomores, you'll be taking the state math exams, and juniors will be taking the state science exams. Classes on exam days will be shortened.
If you have any questions, speak to your teacher or school counselor.
Another reminder, this coming Monday, May 27th, school will not be in session as we observe the Memorial Day holiday.
With more about history of the holiday observance, we share this video segment.
We'll be right back.
This Monday in May is recognized in the United States as Memorial Day. What is Memorial Day in honor of? How long has it been a holiday? Memorial Day is a day for remembering those who died while serving their country in the military. It is also used to honor all departed loved ones who served in the military, even if they did not die while in service. Throughout time, various days have been set aside to honor fallen soldiers. In the United States, this tradition began shortly after the Civil War. More than 620,000 men had died during this war, and decorating the graves of loved ones became a regular occurrence. One of the first significant events took place in Charleston, South Carolina, just after the war had ended. On May 1st, 1865, an observance similar to Memorial Day took place with more than 10,000 people decorating a cemetery and paying tribute to those who had died. While this event in Charleston was one of the first, other cities also claim to have held the first Memorial Day observance. Waterloo, New York, Columbus, Mississippi, Columbus, Georgia, Boalsburg, Pennsylvania, and Carbondale, Illinois have all claimed to be the birthplace of Memorial Day. For many years, the holiday was not referred to as Memorial Day. Instead, the preferred name was Decoration Day. Throughout the early 1900s, more and more people began to refer to it as Memorial Day. In 1967, the name of the holiday was officially changed. The next year, the date of the holiday changed as well. Memorial Day had always been celebrated on May 30th. The Uniform Monday Holiday Act, passed on June 28th of 1968, declared that Memorial Day would be celebrated on the last Monday in May of each year. Memorial Day is observed in various ways. Memorial Day is intended to be a respectful and solemn holiday. Flags are to be flown at half-staff throughout the morning. Many cemeteries will hold a special Memorial Day service to honor those who have died. Families will decorate individual graves of loved ones who served in the military. Some families also choose to decorate the graves of other family members who were not in the military. Traditional decorations include wreaths, flowers, crosses, or small flags. There are also thousands of communities across the country which hold Memorial Day parades. The United States is not the only nation to honor such a day. In Canada and the United Kingdom, there is a similar holiday known as Remembrance Day. Australia and New Zealand recognize Anzac Day. There are also 17 different nations that have a holiday known as Heroes Day.
All right, moving things along. We have a busy show this week highlighted by another When I Was 17 video segment with Principal Mr. Suda. He will share with us a few memories from when he was 17.
As mentioned last week, the month of May is National Mental Health Awareness Month.
Up next, we share a video created by Penn State University, and they share several facts about teen mental health awareness.
We'll be right back after the video.
Mental illness can affect anyone. Mental health affects how we feel, think, and act. It's important at every stage of life so that we can cope with stressful situations, work productively, and make meaningful contributions to our community. However, the statistics are staggering. Over 45% of teens suffer from a mental disorder, and 1 in 5 teens suffer from a severe mental illness. That's 20% of our teen population. Mental illnesses are brain function disorders. They have many causes and result from complex interactions between a person's genes and their environment. A person struggling with mental health should not be viewed any different than if someone were experiencing a physical illness. Mental illness is not a choice or a failure. It does not discriminate. It can affect anyone, regardless of age, gender, social status, ethnicity, or any other aspect of cultural identity. In fact, mental illnesses occur at similar rates around the world, in every culture and in all socioeconomic groups. The concern with mental health isn't just about the statistics. It's about well-being. It can affect families, friends, and our communities. But you can help make a difference by learning to recognize the signs of mental illness. A mental illness makes the things you do in life hard, like work, school, and socializing. It's also not always clear when a problem with mood or thinking has become serious enough to be a concern. Sometimes a depressed mood is normal, such as when a person experiences the loss of a loved one. But if that depressed mood continues to cause distress or gets in the way of normal daily functioning, the person may benefit from professional care. If you think you or someone you know might be struggling with their mental health, it is best to consult a professional. Early identification and effective treatment is key to treating a disorder and preventing future disability. A healthcare professional will connect symptoms and experiences to help formulate a diagnosis. If you're worried about a friend or loved one, or would like emotional support, call 1-800-273-8255.
During the month of May, the National Alliance of Mental Illness and the rest of the country are raising awareness of mental health.
Each year, we fight stigma, provide support, educate the public, and advocate for policies that support people with mental illness and their families.
For more information, check out nami.org. And if you or someone is struggling with issues, there are always resources here at KHS that can provide support.
Up next are a few school news and informational announcements about things happening at KHS.
Congratulations to the following students for being published in the Face and Facts newsletter: Julia Hackney, Abiha Zaidi, Juliana Martson, and Ethan Burt.
Their published work can be seen at www.faceandlakes.org.
Nice job, all.
We now turn our attention to another segment from our When I Was 17 video series with Mr. Suda.
The senior class of 2019 were all freshmen when Mr. Suda started principal here at KHS, as mentioned at the top of the show.
It is fitting that the seniors from the block share the video. Producers Tom Tarabokia and Sage Sedlicek recently caught up with Suda.
He grew up a couple hours away in Pennsylvania, and he shares with us a few of his favorite memories from when he was 17.
We'll be right back.
You just gave away my age. Thank you very much. I grew up in southeastern Pennsylvania, which is basically 20 minutes below Philadelphia. I played just about every sport. Football, basketball, baseball, track and field, wrestling, dabbled in just about everything. Favorite grade, I guess looking back, senior year, just with the idea and the excitement of going off to college. Driver? I was a great driver. Never had a ticket, never speeding. I had a couple parking tickets, but great driver, never any issues. Didn't go to a diner. Back in below Philadelphia where I grew up, there were hoagie shops and cheesesteak shops all over. You know, I identify as a suffering Eagles fan just by geography growing up in that area, so I knew where all the best cheesesteak hoagie shops were. So I would, anytime I had an opportunity to go get something, I would go get a cheesesteak with fried onions, ketchup and mayo, or a nice Italian hoagie. And they are called hoagies, not subs. That's ridiculous. I mentioned my brother, which was like the cliche kid who was kind of in trouble a lot. So when I got actually to 9th grade and then to 10th grade, when I would encounter a teacher, sometimes they would look at me and say, "We're not going to take anything from you, Suda." So I remember like the first week of school, there were rumors flying around the school that there was going to be a great big fight. and it was two of the biggest kids in the school were going to have this fight possibly at lunch. And one was my brother, and the other was this guy named Frank. And I remember the buzz, it was like out of a movie. They never did fight, but they were two of the biggest guys. My brother weighs about 300 pounds, 6'5", so I remember that being the buzz, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is my introduction to high school. It's funny, I don't recall seeing my principal in 4 years more than once or twice. I guess athletic, although we had some great athletes in the school. You know, one of my classmates, he went to Villanova, I went to West Virginia. We were considered two of the top athletes in the school, so something along athletics, but there were so many good athletes in our school in Pennsylvania, and but that would be probably the closest one. Yes, I think so. I was pretty cool. I was the quiet, reserved, athletic, nice person to be around, got along with everyone. I was very flexible. I think being the youngest of 4 kids taught me to be flexible and accommodating and patient. I think that's one of the reasons I went into education. As a teacher for 11 years, I was very patient and social, communicative, and now as an administrator, I try to bring some of those skills to this job and to my profession. I did. I had a relationship, as long as my wife doesn't see this video. I did have a relationship from probably junior, senior year, a little bit into college, but I did have a relationship. Probably to slow down and enjoy the moment. Coming out of high school, things are moving so fast, making decisions to go to school. From high school, I was a 1988 graduate. I just gave away my age, thank you very much.
Thanks again, Sage and Tom and Mr. Suda for providing time for the segment.
Moving things along.
Okay, up next are a few school activity, event, and club announcements. Please listen carefully.
Hey Nick, have you checked out the coltchronicle.org lately?
Yeah, I read it all the time actually on my phone. Jay, they have new articles every week.
This past week, they have articles about KHS college athletes, NBA playoff predictions, and I especially like the Avengers Endgame review that Rocco Damiano wrote. Check it out at www.coltchronicle.org. Here are a few things happening this week.
Monday, May 20th, Math and Science Honor Society induction, 7 p.m. in the KHS auditorium.
Tuesday, May 21st is the Science Symposium at 7 p.m. in the KHS auditorium.
Wednesday, May 22nd in the Spring Band Concert, 7 o'clock p.m. in the KHS auditorium.
An early save-the-date reminder.
The KHS Film Festival will be held on Tuesday, June 11th in the KHS auditorium.
Films will begin promptly at 7 p.m., so show up at 6:30.
Admission is only $5. Prizes and awards will be given in several categories, and all who attend have a chance to walk away a winner.
Again, the KHS Film Festival is Tuesday, June 11th.
Attention all, the KHS Baccalaureate will be held Wednesday, June 19th, 7 p.m. in the KHS auditorium.
Seniors, your participation is needed and encouraged. Help create one of your final gatherings together as the class of 2019.
Be sure to come out to this fabulous end-of-the-year event that celebrates the class of 2019.
Also, seniors, your then and now photos are needed for the video. Please email your photos.
If you have any questions about the baccalaureate or you would like to assist, please see Ms. Zellington in room 205.
Up next are a few sports announcements.
Attention students interested in running cross country during the fall 2019 season.
There is a preseason meeting Monday, May 20th in the KHS Old Cath at 2:30 p.m. Any questions, please email Coach Chedwin and Jacobs.
If you registered for a school physical for the fall 2019 athletic season with Nurse Smith, physicals will be held Wednesday, June 5th. Best
of luck to all spring athletic teams competing this week.
For all things KHS sports, scores, and updates, continue to follow KHS Athletics on Twitter at KHS_sports.
Stay updated on all things KHS by visiting the school and district websites.
Or by following and subscribing to the KHS social media accounts.
And for future stories, news, and segments, be sure to check out coltchronicle.org or the KHS YouTube channel.
Our director today was Damien DiToronto.
Our technical director was Miranda Byrne.
Our video producer was Pierce Harris.
Our audio operator was Abigail Castell.
Our script supervisor was Evan Lane.
And again, big shout out to all of the seniors in this class. Good luck next year in college and beyond. So that's it for us today. Have a fantastic week. We are mindful of those that so bravely served for our country and so grateful for their service during this Memorial Day holiday weekend.
Continue to work hard, be kind, and peace, everyone.